Am I the a-hole for not paying my ex alimony and child support when I don't have to? When I met my ex, she already had 3 children from a previous relationship, but she said she would be okay with having one more child but after she's more settled in her career. After our relationship became more serious, my ex decided to go back to uni to upskill herself, but she wasn't eligible for student loans as she had gone to uni before but failed her 3rd year. At that time I had good savings, so offered to pay because I really believed she was the one and thought she would be good for us in the long run as she would be able to get a higher paying job that she enjoys. Before we got married, again we discussed kids and were still on the same page. After she and the kids moved in, honestly it was difficult. Taking care of 4 people is significantly more expensive and we struggled. At one point I had maxed out on my credit cards and had to take loans. But after my ex graduated from uni and had lined up a graduate job, I was so relieved. Now we will have 2 full-time income to live on. But shortly after starting her job, my ex informed me that she had changed her mind and no longer wanted kids. To say I was completely shocked and blindsided is an understatement, especially considering I had checked in periodically to ensure we were still on the same page, but she suddenly just changed her mind out of nowhere? As much as I loved her, having kids of my own has always been a dream of mine, and I knew I would grow to resent her further if we didn't separate. After I began divorce proceedings, my wife again changed her mind and begged me to reconsider, but honestly the damage was already done. And I didn't want to have a baby with someone who's only doing it to keep me. Also, I didn't trust her not to change her mind again. I got a good lawyer and thankfully the judge determined I didn't have to pay her any alimony. I had no parental responsibility for the kids and I had already invested tens of thousands in her education in expectation that it will benefit me in the future as well. It was a relatively short marriage and she wasn't a stay-at-home parent nor a housewife. All our chores were split as she was really busy with uni. She in no way sacrificed her career to help mine. In fact, I sacrificed my finances to help her career. But the judge did grant her half of my savings because there wasn't much left anyways. Although all my savings were in my name and were from before I met her, and my savings have only dwindled after I met her. The house is actually in my parents' name. Turns out my ex still expected me to pay her alimony but didn't want to. My savings have been wiped, my credit score is poop, and I have debt for mostly her and her kids' expenses, and I don't want to ruin my finances further. Apparently she didn't pass her probation at work and has been let go. She struggled to find another job and begged me to help her. I politely declined and she called me a selfish a-hole.